Hello everybody and welcome to Politics Relaxed. Today we're here at Labour London Conference. We've spoken to lots of MPs and other people here at London Conference. I hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe. Thanks so much for the time. You've just been talking about housing and what Labour are going to do about housing. Young people are especially concerned about getting on the housing ladder. What will a Labour government do about that?
We're going to bring in stronger protections for renters in the private rented sector and a ladder so that young people who are faithfully making rent payments can make the leap into owning their own home. But we're going to do more than that. We're going to make sure that when we leave office, we've left behind a generational change in house building in this country so that we get the supply of homes that we need, so that never again do we allow an entire generation of young people to be blighted by the high housing costs and overcrowding and poor conditions that we've seen grow up under this Tory government.
Thanks so much. What should the Labour Party be doing for young people for the next general election? How do we win over the young people?
The Labour Party's got to set out a future for our country that's fit for the young people of our country, who in many cases will be voting for the first time.
Yeah.
And we have to make sure that we have a country whose economy is thriving, creating new, sustainable jobs, where we're pursuing a strong net zero set of targets and equipping our country, our economy and our people to pursue those targets, but also appeal to young people's sense of fair play.
Yeah.
People want not just a thriving economy, they want an economy and a country whose benefits are being distributed fairly across the country as a whole. And that's what we stand for in the Labour Party, and that's the sort of Britain we're going to create.
Thanks so much. What do Labour need to do to get young people on side for the next general election?
I think two big things. One, we've got to make politics a bit more exciting and a bit more interesting so that it engages young people. And two, we've got to listen to young people and we've got to find out what matters to them and make sure that they feel that their voices are being represented.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great. We've just been at an event talking about the green future and what that's going to mean. What should Labour be talking to young people about in terms of the environment for the next general election?
So for me, I think there's a really positive, hopeful story. I think why I get excited about the green transition is not just the urgency of it, but there is a massive opportunity for us to try to get the economy to work for the next generation, because clearly it isn't working at the moment.
Thank you so much. It's nice to see you again. We're here at London Labour Conference. You were just talking there about a new generation of activists and getting more people involved in activism. Why is that so important, especially with young people getting involved?
Well, a lot of people are discontent with the way the country's being run and the unfairness we've got. But it's no good just being upset about things. You've got to try and find a way to make change and make things happen along the path that you want. So the way you do that is get involved in local campaigns. That could be your local Green campaign or against the closure of a service, or join in a political party such as Labour, and of course join in a trade union if you've got a job, to make sure you can deliver that change on the ground. It's hard work, but it can be fun, can be interesting and stimulating, and it is the only way to achieve change. Moaning doesn't change things. Yeah. Activism is what changes society.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for giving me the time. In 2024, if, hopefully when, the Labour government get into power, what are they going to do about the environment? Because it's obviously an issue that young people are really worried about.
Well, look, I am determined that if Labour wins the election, we will show the kind of climate leadership that young people expect. And we've got some very clear commitments on that. By 2030, we will have a zero-carbon electricity system. We'll be the first major country in the world to do that. We'll insulate 19 million coal drafty homes over a decade to cut bills and cut carbon emissions. We'll set up GB Energy, a new publicly owned energy company, energy generating company. And what that will do is it will drive not just tackling the climate emergency, but also jobs and wealth in the UK. And we've also said that we will say no to new exploration, new licenses for exploration for fossil fuels. So I think we have a really exciting world-leading agenda, and I want young people to vote for us at the election so we can implement it.
Yeah. Thanks so much.